What's up? So here's how to become a high frequency person. This is something that I would have wished I would have learned a very long time ago. Would have saved a lot of suffering. If you are unaware of this concept, you're just going to live a shitty existence unless you kind of subconsciously figure it out. What is high frequency / low frequency? Well, everything around us is energy. So if you look at the body, it's made up of tissues and organs that are made up of cells, that are made up of molecules, that are made up of atoms, that are made up of subatomic particles, and these are literally energy. Same with buildings. At their core, they are made up of energy. All the stuff around us is energy. We are basically living in a pool of energy, and we also are energy ourselves. All of this energy vibrates, so things, feelings, events, moods, they all vibrate, and they do so at a certain frequency. And you attract whatever level you are vibrating on. A great example of this is when you're speaking to some people will give you tremendous amounts of energy, and other people will completely drain your energy. The people that are high in frequency, they will give you energy, and the people that are low in frequency, they are the ones that drain your energy. So they're in a negative state. Another example is the Dalai Lama. So people say that when they come near the Dalai Lama, he has a healing presence, and so they can have a healing experience. Simply through his being, simply by being in a high frequency state, he is just being a healer. So this is one of my favorite quotes. Your frequency is what you frequently see. Whatever vibrational frequency we are in is the frequency that we are attracting to our life, and that's why it's important to vibrate at a high frequency. On top of that, you will also focus on the wrong things if you don't have this high frequency, because a problem can be solved on the level of consciousness in which it was created, as Albert Einstein said. If you're in a lower frequency of, anger or frustration or feeling stuck or desiring things, you are kind of zoomed in. You are looking at the problem from the wrong lens. And so if you're able to grow outside of that and you're able to look at things from a higher level, which is basically what a higher frequency state is, then you're able to very easily pick apart the problem and then solve it. The first step to raising your vibration out of one of the different cycles, so they can be guilt, shame, anger, pride, desire, fear, or grief, is to forgive yourself and to have the courage to step outside of this cycle that you've probably been in for a long time. If you're in constant high frequency state, it also becomes very easy and nearly automatic to enter flow state. And this is huge, because if you're not familiar with flow state, this is literally the state where everything seems to come easy, where you're completely immersed in whatever you're doing. And people at a very high level, so high level performers, see an 800% increase in performance if they are in flow state, or, versus when they are not in flow state, which obviously also highly impacts your overall being. There's generally two frames of mind in terms of being in a low frequency versus a high frequency. So first one is abundance versus scarcity. Abundance is a mindset of there are infinite amounts of resources and I already have them. Scarcity is a mindset of there are finite amounts of resources and I want and I desire them. So you're in a lacking state. Another one is an empowering state. So any setbacks, any misfortune, any tough moments are a blessing, versus a debilitating mindset of woe is me. Any setbacks are confirmation of my inferiority. Obviously, I'm a little bit joking with this, but a lot of people will, on a subconscious level at least, think in this way. What I always try to think is I ride the waves of the universe, and whatever you want to believe in, whether that's God's plan, the source, the universe, doesn't really matter. You just need to accept whatever is coming to you, because that makes it a lot easier to deal with whatever comes your way. Then the last big juxtaposition is growth versus fixed. So with growth mindset, there's infinite capacity to learn and grow within me. Fixed mindset, I was simply born this way. I have limited traits. I have simply had this level of intelligence forever and I'm stuck with it. All of these types of beliefs. We can actively create high vibration. And so the first step to doing that is to only accept empowering thoughts. Understand that any acceptance of negative thoughts is just delaying a more positive life, because it's not only the thoughts create our reality. And so if you don't firstly create a positive mind frame, it's going to be very difficult to act better. You can also act your way into thinking more positively, but doing both at the same time is the easiest way to create rapid behavior change. Whenever you start to feel negative, just get moving and instead be of service to others. if you are in a depressed state, if you're in a sad space, it's pretty much selfish, right? If you can get out of that and you can just start serving other people and not be so stuck up about what is going on inside your own head, and you stay active as well, it is going to be a lot easier to stay in a high frequency. Lastly, here are some high frequency habits. So first thing, high frequency reading, anything that is empowering in information, anything that is positive, anything that gives you more power to create the life that you desire, that is all good stuff. Then visualization is best to be done early in the morning, right as our brain is still in theta state, which basically means that our brain is easier to be programmed. And then also start to practice end state living. So already accept that everything that you desire, once you have this clear vision, is already within your reach. Start to live out of it. So if you're driving your car and it's not your dream car yet, start to envision how it would feel to drive your dream car and really make that vision come alive. Then you will attract that faster. Next habit is exercise. It is pretty much impossible to be in a low frequency state if you are in peak physical condition. And then the last one is meditation, which is set to put you in direct contact with the source. Just start downloading things from up above, from the collective consciousness, whatever you want to believe. Just get good data by pondering. Those will be my tips around creating a higher vibration on a day-to-day. Hope that was helpful. Have a good day.